The Hurricane is a landmark product from Meepo Board, and a drastic departure from the entry-level budget electric skateboards that Meepo is famous for. In this video, I'll give you a brief history of Meepo and talk about what makes the Hurricane so powerful. And in a follow-up video, I'll give you my range test result and my overall review of this board. I'm splitting the content into two parts so that I can have a video out in time for the Hurricane's official launch. But for many of you, this video by itself should give you enough info to decide if the Hurricane is right for you. Motorized skateboards have been on the market since as early as the 1970s, but garnered relatively little attention. Things finally changed when boosted boards came around in 2012. And with the help of Casey Neistat in 2015, interest in electric skateboards skyrocketed.
Motorized skateboard.
So fast!
There was just one major problem for people interested in the boosted board. It was expensive. At about $1,000 for the base model up to $1,500 for the Dual Plus, people like myself who didn't want to spend that much on a toy searched for alternatives. While there were many other electric skateboards to choose from, they were either just as expensive as boosted, or they were cheap boards that few people had heard of. But then a young man named Kieran Mao came around.
Hello guys, this is Kieran. Hello guys, this is Kieran.
In 2017, Kieran started producing low-cost electric skateboards using powerful and reliable parts. He made some YouTube videos about them, which didn't get a lot of attention, but they got enough people interested to buy boards directly from him. His business grew organically, and the new startup was named Meepo.
Meepo Board, yeah. I landed Meepo.
Even though Meepo didn't have a Kickstarter or any other marketing campaign, if you were searching online at that time for a cheap electric skateboard or a boosted board alternative, you were likely to come across the $250 Meepo board. With Meepo, Kieran had created a profitable business model for building and selling electric skateboards with very low startup costs. As a result, numerous competing brands were founded, and electric skateboarding became accessible to more people than ever.
Hi, I'm back. I'm Kieran. First of all, thank you all guys for your support.
Today, Meepo is likely the best-selling electric skateboard brand, having sold 20,000 units in last year alone, and already 18,000 units this year. If you do the math, that's about 70 units per day. Meepo has made a ton of money through building low-cost electric skateboards, and now, they're ready to spend. If this video has been worth your time so far, hit the like button! Although Meepo touts its V4 Shuffle as its most ambitious project, I believe it's the Hurricane that's going to change people's perception of Meepo. Let's face it, Meepo's previous boards have all kind of looked like how much they cost. And although Meepo's boards were more or less on par with the competition in terms of performance, their main selling points were usually their low price. But the Hurricane is totally different. If Meepo were Toyota and the V3 were the Camry, then the Hurricane is the Supra. This Meepo board is designed for racing, and it proved itself at the recent CESL event, taking first place in both the two-wheel drive and DIY competitions. The Meepo Hurricane uses a 726 watt-hour battery pack made up of Molicel P42A cells in a 12S4P arrangement. The Molicel P42A is regarded as the best battery cell for electric skateboards today. Compared to other cells, the P42A has greater recharge cycles, higher continuous discharge rate, and a much wider range of operable temperature. In layman's terms, this battery is more powerful and will last longer than the direct competitors' batteries. No other mass production e-skate brand today uses anything close in quality. On top of that, the Hurricane's battery is protected by a shell made of solid aluminum, rather than the shrink wrap commonly found on other brands. The motors are 6374 motors from Dongxingwei, the same manufacturer that makes motors for Evolve, Onsra, Onboard, and many other e-skate brands. Compared to the common 6368 motors, such as the ones on the Hadean, the Hurricane's motors are more powerful and has better heat dissipation. The upgraded Lingyi speed controller used by the Hurricane has ditched BLDC mode and now uses FOC. They call this new ESC the LYFOC. Unlike past iterations of the Lingyi, the acceleration and brake controls are now smooth and intuitive. It's able to draw 35 amps of current to each motor, making this by far the most powerful ESC in a mass production 2-in-1 board to date. For heat dissipation, this ESC is attached to a precision CNC machined heatsink. The LYFOC retains one of my favorite features, Smart Turn On. Just push the board a little bit and the board turns on. You never have to bend over to push a button because
That's disgusting.
the remote has a large display with telemetry data like your current speed, speed mode, brake mode, distance traveled, etc. Unlike most other remotes which can only adjust speed mode, this remote lets you adjust the brake strength as well. Just like acceleration, if you don't like your brakes being so sensitive, you can switch to a gentler mode. To sum up, the Hurricane's overall electronics outspecs all of its direct competitors. Fans of Meepo might not be thrilled about their favorite budget brand releasing a board that starts at $1,649. But honestly, for the specs and compared to the competition, the Hurricane is a tremendous value. In the next video, I'll go over the Hurricane skate components, upgradability, range test result, Meepo's improved after-sales service, and I'll explain to you who I think the Hurricane is made for. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below.